someone chucking a brick at the side of the RV. Now, we don't really stay in these free park-ups, and to be honest, this is the reason why. This week, we experienced the scarier side to van life when we're attacked at night in our own RV. We end up at the vets, discover some amazing Spanish towns, and of course, have some delicious food. Welcome back to No Freedom. If you're new here, we're Michael and Fern. Last year, we ditched the 9-to-5s, sold our house and most of our belongings, and we now travel full-time in our American RV with our 2 dogs, Max and Jet. We have chosen to share our journey to hopefully inspire others to create a life that they truly love. So if you're ready for more freedom, or if you just want to come along with us for the ride, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Okay, so we've just got parked up in this little town. How do you think you pronounce it?
It's a hard one.
I forgot the name of it.
Caudete.
So we found another little free parking area, and I must say we are being a bit cheeky because we're definitely...
not being cheeky, Fern's just paranoid. Like, we've got a big van, obviously. Hundreds of people have got big motorhomes, and then there's people parked up taking up 2 spaces.
I know,
so
but
we've parked sideways, which is the same as another person was parked sideways. And it takes up 2 spaces.
Just when it's a small parking area, it does feel like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. But we've specifically came to this town because we need to get the dogs to a vet.
There's hundreds of people taking up other spaces, but there's not. Sorry, I'll take that back. It's not even 2 spaces. There's like no dedicated spaces. It's just stones.
No, yeah, there's no dedicated spaces, but
who cares, man?
We can't fit
it's no full
like
anyway.
The normal way anyway, so. We've done it now, so leave your opinions in the comments if you wish.
Come at us, man.
First point of call is just to have a little wander around the town, and we've been really good recently when we were parked up in that other place because there was no restaurants, so we were just cooking and doing stuff from home and going to the shops. So we thought, right, we'll treat ourselves, we'll go a little walk around this town and see if we can find anywhere good to eat and have a little explore at the same time. We didn't have to go far at all to explore, as right next to the free motorhome park-up was this amazing bullfighting ring. It was built in 1910 to seat nearly 10,000 people. After decades of abandonment, the ring was restored in 1986 by the town hall, not to revive bullfights but to give Caudete a vibrant stage for concerts, festivals and events. There were also loads of lovely murals and churches and gorgeous architecture to take in. We walked further into the centre and stumbled upon a place for lunch.
This reminds me of thingy.
Of what?
That movie.
We're both rolling back to the RV now.
That's a meal.
We found a little restaurant, and it's quite a classic thing in Spain where they have like their lunch is like their main meal, so they do like a 3-courser plus a drink and a coffee, and you get all of that for €13 per person, so it was €26, and we had, what did we get?
So you get a salad with
olives.
Yeah,
they brought over this salad right at the start.
Salad, big full salad with olives
and tuna.
And then you get 2 starters, so we went for both the codfish stew. It was nice, full of potatoes and codfish and really tasty. Then I went for chicken wings with chips. I think everything just comes with chips, you just choose one meat. So you get like squid, chicken, so Fern got like a baked leg of chicken, I got chicken wings, and then you get 2 desserts, so you just choose for the cold desserts, and the coffee and the drink. Fucking mint.
Actually wild. But
so good, I love these places.
So filling, and especially because I feel like we had potatoes in our starter. That has really filled me up.
Yeah.
But we saw some of the other ones and there was like bolognese, like a full plate of spaghetti bolognese coming out.
Starter.
That wasn't even the main, and then we're literally saying it's just ridiculous because in the UK you would struggle to even get like 2 main meals for €26, which would be like what, £23? You would not get like 2 main meals for that, or it would be about that. So it's wild. Good morning. We're off out this morning for a little spot of breakfast. We've got the dogs with us because we are gonna go and try find a vet at the same time to see if we can get the dogs their rabies vaccine, or find out if we can get them booked in to get one. It's a gorgeous clear blue sky all day today. Right, we found this little cafe and we're having 2 little orange juice, some serrano ham and tomato on bread, which is like a classic breakfast here, and it's really good. And Michael's got a little coffee. The place that we went for breakfast was literally 2 doors down from the vet, which is why we went there. And then the vet opened at 11, so we went along as soon as they opened and explained the situation, that we want to go to Morocco and that we need to get the dogs another rabies vaccine. So the women literally checked their passports and then said, yeah, no problem, come back in half an hour. So we just had a little walk round, got Max some water, and we're just walking back to get it just now. So we managed to get the dogs all sorted with their vaccines, which it does break my heart always whenever we take them to the vet to give them any form of vaccine or anything like that, because we try to take as much of a natural approach as we can with the dogs. But unfortunately, when you are travelling full time and you're going between countries, there are laws in place that mean that you do need to get things like the rabies vaccine, which is so unfortunate, and if it could be avoided then I would avoid giving it to them at all. But if we want to travel to certain places, then it's just something that we have to go along with, unfortunately. We decided to just stay one more night at this free Aire so that then we could leave early the next morning and continue on with our travels. However, the previous night when we stayed, there's like some bins outside the PARKUPS, and the local council decided to come and empty those bins at 1 AM in the morning, which was quite a rude awakening. But we were obviously parked on the side with the bins, so maybe if you do go to that PARKUPS, I would park on the furthest away side so that you don't get as woken up by that. But yeah, when they're emptying the glass bin, it's just like clattering, and yeah, there's no avoiding that noise. So it was just quite funny how they do that during the night. And then we went to bed the second night and we were rudely awoken again at 12 o'clock at night to what sounded like someone chucking a brick at the side of the RV. And I woke up in such a panic and I turned to Michael and I was like, oh my god, what was that? Now, we don't really stay in these free PARKUPS, and to be honest, this is kind of the reason why. Because if you do put yourself in those situations, you are a bit more like vulnerable to anything like that happening and someone sort of targeting you. You know, when you're woken up at 1 AM in the morning to this horrible noise, like you're stressed, you're like, oh my god, what was that, and who was it, and what is their intention? So Michael literally got up, grabbed a screwdriver, which God knows what he was going to do with this screwdriver, and went out to check like if there was anyone still lurking about. Thankfully there was no one there, so I think it was potentially just like some kids joking about. But Michael managed to see on the floor the next morning that there were all these limes lying about on the ground. So they'd obviously got a full like packet of limes, or if they'd picked limes off of a nearby tree or something and just pelted them off the side of the van. It did make quite a noise, which is why we thought it was like a brick or something else more sinister. But as soon as we knew that it was limes, maybe Michael did actually find out at the night time, I think. He sort of saw a couple lying on the floor, but then we saw the extent of it the next morning. And the next morning we did sort of do a walk around the PARKUPS to see if anyone else had been targeted as well, or if it was just us, and it just seemed to be our van. So I don't know if we'd pissed someone off or what happened, or if it was just random kids like taking the mick and they just picked ours because it was like the biggest van to target. But yeah, that was pretty scary and put us off being at any free PARKUPS for the future night, so we headed straight to a paid parking area after that. But the first challenge was trying to get out of this parking area. Unreal. Couldn't just stop empty.
Yeah, go for it.
Should it
Go for the empty.
just right there? Just the grey?
Aye. I'm missing that.
Yeah, like loads of room. Yeah, keep going. Oh, that was skills. Nice. We're out. I would be full on having a panic attack on a 6-lane roundabout. I'd be stressed in a car, never mind We've just parked up at this shopping centre kind of bit above Murcia because we're coming to a pet shop that does raw food, hopefully, because last time when we were at a pet shop we found this freezer that had this food called Puro Menu, I think it's called, and if you go on their website they've got a store locator and it shows you what shops sell it. So hopefully this shop does sell it because it's listed online as having it, so we're going to go stock up on some raw food for the dogs. Oh, thank goodness.
Is this one?
Oh, look at the overland. After getting all set up onto our pitch at this site, we decided to walk into the nearby town in order to catch the bus into Cartagena. We originally thought that this was the bus stop until the bus drove straight past us and we swiftly realised it was round the corner. Woohoo! It took about 20 minutes or so to get in and was only €1.20 per person each way. We had a wander around the main streets of the town and took in the vibrant atmosphere. We then headed for some tapas and the best gelato that we've had so far on this trip, and then found an impromptu photo booth.
Get photos. Oh, they're already outside.
You can't really see us.
There you go.
Did you get it?
Yeah, they're actually quite cute.
See? Oh wait, you get it too? That is cute. I kept moving before it was actually done. Good morning, it is Sunday today and we've just been up. I've uploaded the vlog and now we're gonna make a little bit of breakfast and go eat that outside. Well, eating outside in the sun lasted for about 2 minutes because there's so many flies that they're landing on your face, they're trying to go on your food, and it's just actually quite horrible to eat outside when there's that many flies lingering about. That is one of the things that Spain, compared to the UK, there seems to be so many flies in the winter still, obviously because it's much warmer, and sometimes at certain campsites there's just like more than others, and even when you're sitting out trying to relax and they're like tickling your skin, it's
the
gives
beach
you the
is good for that because you don't get many at the beach.
I think it's when it's not windy, isn't it? Like if you're in a wee sun trap bit that you'd want to sit out, then there's hundreds of flies. So just a bit of reality for you, we weren't actually sitting out chilling enjoying. We've came back in. Today is a pretty chill day. We're just gonna chill at the campsite most of the day, get on with some work, get chores and stuff done, laundry, tidy up, go to the shops, and then we might go out for dinner later, we're not sure, because you can just walk very easily into the little town that's nearby. So yeah, first up I'm gonna get some laundry done. Right, that's the washing all done, and now we are going to cycle to the shops, so let's get the bikes off this bike rack. Oh, it's like 25 degrees today and there's not much wind in this campsite at all, so it is boiling. One great thing about that though is my washing is already dry. Like, that is unbelievable. Oh my goodness, this looks incredible. Got chicken tikka masala, rice, normal naan, Peshwari naan, and Michael's got a buna. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
We were recommended to check out that Indian restaurant in the nearby town by one of the guys who manages the campsite, and oh my goodness, I can highly recommend, as we have found that there are not very many good Indians in Spain, whereas this one was unreal. They've got this really nice bit in this campsite for walking the dogs. I don't know if it's intended to walk the dogs, but it's just a kind of chill bit with olive trees, and it's really nice and calm and peaceful. It's great for walking the dogs rather than having to walk them around the campsite, or like there's a busy road just out there, so it's good having this. Good morning guys, we're getting ready to leave this site this morning, so just gonna go to the showers, get my hair all sorted because as you can see it was a bit greasy, so I plaited it yesterday. And if we're ever leaving a campsite and I'm not sure like if we're going to a park up that won't have water, I always wash my hair just to be safe so that I've got at least a few days of having nice hair and I don't need to use all the water in our shower. So that's the plan this morning, get a shower and get all the van packed away to leave. At this campsite there's a baker that comes at 9 AM every morning, so I think we're going to get 2 pain au chocolats for breakfast this morning because we've had it a couple mornings and it's been good. I would say, however, I was thinking this yesterday, the baker comes at 9 AM and like toots its horn like all the way around the campsite, so if you like a long lie past 9 AM then maybe this is not the campsite to come to because you'd be getting a rude awakening every single morning.
Buenos días, señor.
Oh, they have other pastry as well.
Buenos días.
Hola.
Buenos días.
Dos chocolate.
Sí.
Pan.
Y una barra. Muy bien.
We got all of our things packed away and the van all ready to head to our next destination. Right, that's us just came to the end of that toll. This is the first toll that we've had to pay in Spain, so let's see how much it is. €13.70. Much cheaper than the French ones. But that was only like, what, an hour's drive?
Yeah.
But it was perfect because there was no one on the roads and they were really smooth.
Found a belter of a park up, took a walk along the beach and everybody's naked.
Outside their motorhome, they were just sitting on deck chairs like completely naked.
Every second person is just in the scud. I think we're in a naturist village.